In our English studies lesson today, our focus is punctuation. Punctuation. But before we go into today's studies, our correction for the previous homework. I believe you all did your homework. I trust you. You are good children. How many of us got 5? Let me celebrate you with a cheer. Now to the learning objective for the day. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify different punctuation signs, use punctuation signs correctly. What are punctuations? Punctuation is the use of special marks and signs in sentences. Punctuation is the use of special marks and signs in sentences. Signs like full stop, comma, question mark, and so on. It also involves the use of proper capitalization. That is the use of capital letters. What again does punctuation do? Punctuation gives information about the meaning of a sentence. When you put the correct punctuation marks in a sentence, it gives information about the meaning of that particular sentence. Punctuation is so important that a group of words can have different meanings depending on the kind of punctuation mark used and their placement. When you place punctuation marks in sentences, it gives different meanings. Let's go further. An example is, a woman without a man is nothing. There is no punctuation mark here. A woman without a man is nothing. When you now decide to punctuate it, to put punctuation marks, we'll have something like this. Number 1, a woman, full stop. Without a, comma, man is nothing. A woman without a, comma, man is nothing. Because of the ways you have placed the punctuation marks, it makes this sentence to mean that man is nothing. That is the emphasis on that sentence due to the punctuation marks. A woman without a, man is nothing. That is the implication. Man is nothing without a woman. Now look at this second sentence. A woman without a man, comma, a woman without a man, comma, is nothing. A woman without a man, comma, is nothing. Because of where you have placed the comma and the full stop, it gives it another meaning, a different meaning entirely. And the meaning is that the woman is nothing. The first sentence, because of the way you place the punctuation mark, implied or meant that the man is nothing. But the second sentence, because of the way you have placed the punctuation mark, implied that the woman is nothing. Let's look at another example, and this has to do with capitalization. Number 1, who declared COVID-19 a pandemic? Is a question. Who declared COVID-19 a pandemic? Question mark is put there. This is a question. It means we want to know the person or institution that declared COVID-19 a pandemic. Now look at the second one. WHO, who? WHO in capital letter, who declared COVID-19 a pandemic? The sentences are written the same way, but now it has different meaning due to punctuation. The second one means that an answer has been supplied to the first question. That is, it is an answer to the previous question. The World Health Organization, who? WHO did. Let's move on to another punctuation. That is the full stop. Some people call it period, the full stop. The full stop is used at the end of sentences which are not questions or exclamations. For example, Bola came with her friends to my birthday party. Full stop. You can see it at the end of every sentence. To show that it's a complete sentence, you put full stop. The full stop is also used in abbreviations. The full stop is also used in abbreviations. When you want to abbreviate some words, you use full stops too. For example, prof. You don't want to write professor in full. You decide to write prof. Because it is not written in full, you put the full stop to show that it is an abbreviation. WHO. WHO is the abbreviation for World Health Organization. The full stop is used to separate the letters, the abbreviated letters. The next punctuation mark that we're going to look into is the question mark. When we talk about question mark, the sign looks like a fishing hook. It looks like a fishing hook. And that is it written on the board. What do we use question marks for? The question mark is used after a sentence which asks a direct question. When you're asking a question, a direct question that you need a response to, then you use the question mark. Let's have examples of this. Where is the book? Where is the book? After that sentence, there is a question mark. Did he eat the food? Did he eat the food? Now, we're moving to another punctuation mark, the comma. The comma. When we talk about the comma, it looks like a longer full stop, a bended full stop, a longer and bended full stop. The comma is the commonest punctuation mark used in passages. When we have passages, comma is commonly used. A comma is used to indicate a brief pause in a sentence. When you are making a sentence and you want to stop a little, you have not gotten to the conclusion or to the end where you put the full stop, then you use the comma. It indicates a brief pause in a sentence, and the pause is shorter than the pause made by a full stop. Let's have examples of that. After watching the movie, the children slept off. After watching the movie, after that movie is the comma. After watching the movie, comma, the children slept off. The comma is also used to mark off items in a list. If you have a list and there are items there, the comma is used to mark off items in a list. For example, we brought a biro, a pencil, a ruler, and an envelope. We brought a biro, a pencil, a ruler, and an envelope. Full stop. The comma is, however, not needed before or after the and in the sentence. You could observe that we brought a biro, comma, a pencil, comma, a ruler, and an envelope. Because we have put and, we did not put comma after ruler. So we brought a biro, comma, a pencil, comma, a ruler, and an envelope, because comma is not needed before or after and. The comma is used to mark off a group of short clauses. The comma is also used to mark off a group of short clauses. For example, He went to the store, comma, packed some goods, comma, and ran away. He went to the store, comma, packed some goods, comma, and ran away. Full stop. Still on the comma, we also use comma in direct quotations. We use comma in direct quotations. For example, "We are done," said the pupils. Here we are trying to replicate the exact word of the pupils by using the quotation marks. "We are done, comma, said the pupils." If there are two or more sentences joined by conjunction, remember our conjunction lesson here. If there are two or more sentences joined by conjunctions like but, or, nor, so, either, and neither, the comma is needed before the conjunctions. Let's see what I mean by that. We went to the school early. What is the conjunction in this sentence? But. Good job, you. We went to the school early, comma, but we did not see any teacher. When you're writing a letter, the comma is used after each line of the addresses. Remember our letter writing class in Basic 5? Yes. When you're writing the address, the comma comes after each line of the addresses. Let's see this example. 9, comma, Oshijirin Street, comma, Agbotikuyo bus stop, comma, Orile Agege, comma, Lagos. 9, comma, Oshijirin Street, comma. The next line, Agbotikuyo bus stop, comma, Orile Agege, comma, and the last line, Lagos. There will be no comma there. We also use the comma in dates to separate the year, the month, and the day. We use comma in date to separate the year, the month, and the day. For example, April 21, comma, 2020. April 21, 2020. 31st of December, comma, 2019. And of course, if you want to write today's date, today is 20th of May, comma, 2020. Now it's activity time. If you have been giving me 100% attention, it is time to show it by doing these exercises. Punctuate the following sentences. Punctuate the following sentences. You put the correct punctuation marks in these sentences. You have 1 minute to do the exercise, and your time starts now. Eyes on me. By now, you should have finished the exercise. Let's do the corrections together. Who goes there? It's a question. And what do you have there? A question mark. Did you get that? Good job, you. The next one. I bought a pen, comma, a pencil, and a ruler, full stop. The chief was celebrated by his people. Full stop. The pupils did not prepare for the test, comma, but they passed. Full stop. Submit your books now. Quotation marks. Then comma. The teacher instructed. Full stop. Did you get the 5s right? Let me give you the raise the roof chair. Copy this and complete them during your leisure. Well done, pupils. We have come to the end of the English lesson for today. I want to hand you over now to the mathematician, Uncle Agbaje, for the mathematics lesson. Well done.